Hey guys, it's Brian with the Midnight Mechanic, and today we're going to show you how to replace the hatch struts in your third gen Firebird or Camaro. This is our 1992 Firebird, and this works all across all the third gen models from 82 all the way up to 92. Now you may be wondering what happened to all my hair. Well, we raised $1,500 for St. Baldrick's childhood cancer research, and I went ahead and cut my hair and I donated my hair to Wigs for Kids. So that was really cool. Really appreciate all the support there. But for right now, we're going to show you how to replace your hatch struts. So for those of you that own these cars, you know that these hatches are super, super heavy. So I replaced these hatch struts around 2002, and I learned then that you need to support the hatch before you take it off because otherwise it's gonna fall and hurt, and it's gonna hurt real bad. So what I do is I went ahead and I used an old baseball bat that I have lying around here that we use for all kinds of stuff around the shop. It's cracked, so it's not good as a baseball bat, but it is good for things like supporting the hatch. When you come down, make sure you don't sit it on the tail light. Set it down here on the metal. You can also use something like a broomstick that goes down inside. This I have sitting on the metal and then up here under the hatch. You still have to be careful because it could still fall off. But right now I have it pretty secure, so I feel pretty confident that it's not going to fall on me. And I'm not too worried about getting hurt, although I should be. So here's how this works. It has two bolts on it. One's up here and it's an 8mm, and then down here is a bolt with a Torx head on it. So what you need to do is this normally has a cap on it. So this cap is actually missing. The one on the driver's side is still there. We'll show you what that looks like. But pop the cap off and then you can go ahead and remove these bolts. What I would recommend doing is go ahead and remove the 8mm from the top. That way you can kind of lay it down a little bit and come over and take this one out. I'm going to use an impact for this just because I have those tools. If you need to do it by hand, just do it by hand. I'm going to use the impacts because for one thing, there's less torque going on, which means this is going to remain more stable than having my arm in here. That way I can kind of support it with one hand while I'm buzzing it off with the other one, make sure it doesn't fall on my head. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and remove this side, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It also has connectors for the defroster that you have to be careful with. The very first thing that I want you guys to do is remove those defroster clips. That way you don't damage them when you remove your whole strut. So right here is this little clip. And really all you do is jiggle it and it pops off. Just be careful you don't pull it off this right here. I was a little bit overly aggressive there. Same thing down here. This one, it has kind of a elbow on it. So kind of grab that elbow and pull it off. Now that those are off, we can go in and start removing these bolts. So right here is your first one. It's an 8mm. I'm just going to move it out with this impact and set this bolt aside. Now this guy's probably going to be stuck on there a little bit, so I'm just going to pry it off with a flathead screwdriver. So be very careful now. You're going to be reaching inside here to get the next one. So just be really careful when you do that, that this is supported okay, and that way it won't fall on you. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to show you where that cap is on the passenger side. So we're actually working on the passenger side one, but here's the driver's side one, and here is that cap. It just pops right off. That's the way you're going to do it on the passenger side. Ours was already missing, so I just wanted to show you what it looked like for the driver's side. Now we're going to go ahead and remove that bolt here on the passenger side. So I'm actually going to use the big impact. I have a T50 Torx bit on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. Take it off. Now my bolt fell down there. Be careful that doesn't happen. Now you can take your strut and remove it out of the way. So here are the new struts. I got these off of Amazon. If you want to get them, there's a link down below in the description for them. The way you install it is just the opposite of the way you took the old one off. Now we're going to install this bottom part first with the Torx bolt and then come back and install the top one. You have to be careful that you install it in the correct manner when you do it. We'll show you what I mean. So what I mean is right here, it has a little rubber piece. That rubber piece goes between the body and the bushing. So the bolt goes on that side and the rubber goes on the back side. Make sure you install it that way. Then when you come up on the top side, you can tell it has a little bit different right here. The fatter side, like that, goes against the hatch side. So this little clip part faces outward. So If it is in a different orientation, just grab one side and just rotate it rotate it clockwise until it matches up in the right manner. Then you can go ahead and install it. All right, so we're over here. We have the rubber piece facing the body. It's sitting down out of the way. Screw it in by hand for a little bit first to make sure that you don't cross thread it. Now with it started, go ahead and buzz it down the rest of the way. Now this is a little bit excessive for this. I should probably use the smaller one. Don't overdo it because you don't want to strip it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and install this top part. All right, so when you bring it up, it's probably not going to match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to support it with my shoulder and lift it up to the point where I can remove that support. Now use your hand and lift the hatch up enough that it goes in that spot. While supporting it, make sure it's going to come down there. Make sure now that it's supported again by your support. Now you can go ahead and install that 8mm. Now that that's done, we can reinstall our defroster clips. Make sure when you get them on, pinch them like this. That way it'll stay put without damaging it. Top one's the same way. We're going to come around, slide it on, pinch it. That way you know that it's installed correctly. So these things work in pairs, so go ahead and replace them both at the same time. It's exactly the same on one side that it is on the other side. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead, replace this driver's side one exactly the same way as I did on the passenger side. So there you go. Your hatch struts are replaced and you no longer need to use your bat for holding up your hatch. This is very easy to do and it's very cheap to do. So don't get intimidated. Just make sure that you support the hatch and it does not fall on you. If there's anything else you'd like to learn about, post down below in the comments. Don't forget to follow our social media. Links are down below in the description. And if you want any mid-mech merch, check out themidnightmech.com and subscribe so you can see our how-tos and our shows. See you guys next time.